Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Van Dweller, and we are back with more DAS Masters for June of 2026. Yes, it is June 38th, so I'm looking forward to getting this all wrapped up within the month of June. Like, amazing accomplishment for our team. Thank you so very much for all your hard work. It's amazing. So thank you. Well, what we've got for you today is the finale. And some people don't know what finale means. They go, wait, what is final with an E? Don't you mean finals? And if you put finale, people are like, well, it didn't say semis in it. Guys, finale just means you're wrapping it up. It's the end. That's what it means. Okay? That is what it means. People don't know what it means. Finale, just the end, the wrap up. It could be the semis and the finals. It could just be the finals. It's the last thing that we're doing. And what we're going to do first, according to Discord, is Andy versus Chroma will be the first match. And then Bendy versus Damon. And then the winner versus winner in the finale. I mean, the finals. What? Oh, just kidding. All right, so we are going to be doing a best of 5 here in the semis. It will be a best of 7 in the finals. That is how it's all going to work. You get it? Good. So yeah, it's pretty exciting here. We got 3 players who have never won a DAS Masters, and then Pixel Andy who has won all the DAS Masters. That should be good. Let's take a look at the rules. The rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller as long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical or even biological. No biological turbo because this is a DAS tournament, so players should heed the spirit of DAS. This is a DAS play style tournament. If you want to play a different kind of tournament with other rules, like a slow tapping tournament or whatever, that's a different tournament. This is a DAS tournament. You should actually play DAS. Of course, a quick tap at the end of a DAS movement is fine. Slow taps in the middle of the board, not a big deal. But those, those 3, 4, and 5 taps, those should be like on point. All right, don't make me turn this car around. We will be starting on level 18. We will be using same piece sets. They will be re-rolled in between each game of the match. Players, right now, listen to this. Ready? Turn on your Hertz and input display. Turn them on so that I can see them and have them on my stream, and I don't have to tell you before the thing. Just do it now. That is the thing. And please do not pause unless the commentator tells you to. If you do experience tech issues like with OBS, internet, like your camera, your capture, your whatever, your computer, your CRT, just keep playing. I will sort it out. And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is what? A share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $760.49. Turn on your Hertz display, right? It's just a pane monitor that you should put on the screen. 760.49 is where we are at. We need about 240 to get to $1,000. If we get to $1,000, we will pay out the top 8. We're going to be changing the payout formula, flatten it out just a little bit in the coming months. So that's going to happen. Just be aware of that. Maybe winner will be 40 and second, I don't know. It'll be something. So anyway, please do help us get to 1,000. That means we can pay the top 8. Our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the fans. There's no sponsors. No one's coming to save us. You alone can save us. And if you want to do that, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. The one that says DAS June, that is the one for this tournament. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner of the screen is a button. It says log in. Click on that to log in. And once you are logged in, you can contribute. And you'll see a button that says contribute on the right side. It's colored like mustard. I like mustard. Click on it. And that'll open up a thing. And you can choose any amounts, $1, $5, $25, $239.51, whatever you got kicking around, whatever's burning a hole in your pocket, go ahead and contribute it. And thank you to everybody who's contributed so far. That's how to support the players. If you want to support the channel, that's something that you can do by going to patreon.com/monthly Tetris, make an ongoing pledge to support, keep this channel going, just like the people on this slide are doing. People like Scott, Ray J, in the window, K9, Tagging, Madelsberger, and Doug, Mr. Brain, Corporal, Junior, Troy, Dan, Kim, MCAT, Kid, Java T, Jason, Sunny, and Mila, and everybody else on this slide. Thank you so very much for your support now and over the years. There's some other ways to support us. If you want to do that, use that support command and bring up those. There are one-time and recurring ways to do that. If you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat. I like those. You can do a sticker. You can join the channel as a member. You can gift a channel membership over on Twitch. You can contribute bits. You can subscribe to the channel. You can gift a subscription to the channel. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get an Amazon Prime, Twitch, Prime Gaming subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis, but it is use it or lose it. You cannot save or stack them, so do not lose them. Use them on us, and remember, you got to do it every month. You cannot go, oh, I'm subbed now with Prime to this channel, and that'll be good forever. No, you have to choose to do it every single month, or you will lose it. Okay, good. Let's go. And all right, we got. I don't know what's happening. What is happening? What is happening over there? On Damon's side. Is that on Damon's screen? What is that artifact? What is that artifact? Oh, that's that. Got it. And then Damon is, I guess, beaming in from ham radio, I guess. We'll get all this stuff refreshed and squared away. There's Andy. Texas Forever. 1845, that's right. One other state's ratified the Constitution or whatever at the same year as Texas. And it was Florida. Catfinity redeemed Vandy names the players' capitals from memory. All right, I'll cash in on that in a moment. Thank you, Catvinity. Yeah, let's get what is up with Damon's thing here. Minnesota? No, Minnesota was 1858. Minnesota was the 32nd state, 1859. Oregon, 33rd state, 34th state. Kansas, which is 1861, I think. Oh, it's Andy versus Chroma. Oh, yeah. Why do I have Damon up there? Yeah, you're right. Why do I have Damon? Stupid, Vandy. I was testing. Yeah, you're right. I was testing my my thing there. Yeah, Andy versus Chroma. Sorry. Yeah, I was testing my, make sure I had all the graphics done, and I left it on Damon for some reason. All right, players, about to give you the pieces. Here they are. That is the pieces. They just fall at this time. There's nothing you can do, and this is when we begin. Yeah, so let's get this individual and this other individual. Whenever you think of Oregon, you think of dysentery. Yeah, that's in my mind forever. And Enochtronic with the 39.51 into the prize pool. That is going to bring us up to an even $800. What a goat. Thank you so much for that. I can smell it. We're so close to reaching our goal. We're so close. Thank you, Enochtronic. Amazing. All right, the pieces are something or other. 63709B, 63709B. You know, music starts 12 minutes. It's always when we start, guys. It's always the same time. Same time. Our Borrow with the resub at tier 1 says join Tetris for the non-pros at tmp.tetris.lol. You got a cheap one in there, our Borrow. Why is there no video of World Finals? I don't know what that means. All right, well, we have declared Chroma the winner. Chroma, congratulations. You're moving on to the finals. It's done by decree. There it is. 5-0. Chroma has won. The Mexican runner with the raid party of 103. Welcome in, my Mexican friend and his entire raid of 103. We are playing Classic Tetris Monthly, our DAS Masters tournament. This is a more or less monthly-ish tournament for NES Tetris that is played the old school way, the press and hold style. That was popular before hyper tapping and rolling took over as the main competitive ways to play this game. So press and hold, just like the old days, just like the days of Harry and Jonas, and well, really just Harry and Jonas, and Matt Pucco and Boom Tetris for Jeff and all those guys. So this is what we're doing. The best players in the world at this play style play here. And you're here just at the right time. We're playing 3 matches. Pixel Andy versus Chroma. He's a 9-time champion. Chroma trying to get into the finals for the first time. And then we'll have Bendy, who is the overall DAS score world record holder, versus Damon, who's also trying to get into the finals for the first time. So you got here at the right time. So anyway, we were just waiting on one of our players to, I don't know, maybe they're taking care of something in their apartment or something. I'm not sure, but we would love to get started. And thanks again, TMR and Raiders. Please do stop in. All right, looks like both players are here. The pieces are here, 63709B. This is going to be a best of 5. TMR, I had Mexican tacos the other day, my favorite food. All right, looks like both players are ready. Pixel, Andy, and Chroma, best of 5. The winner goes to the finals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is seed number 2 from the United States of America with a DAS PB of 1.3 million. There's only 20 players in the world who have a 1.3 million on NES Tetris with DAS. Pixel Andy is one of them. He is one of the original players to crash the game, not with DAS, but with the other rolling play style. He's a 9-time winner of Das Masters. That includes 8 of our monthlies and last year's annual championship, Mega Dasters. He is the #1 ranked DAS player in the world. In the Classic Tetris World Championship, he's had a lot of success, a lot of top 4 finishes. He was the runner-up in that event in 2020. At one time, he was the overall score world record holder as well. He's also a 2-time Stupid Tetris Monthly winner, including our low stack event and our crunch mode event, both of those in 2026. And on the right side, it's Chroma. Anyway, 115 for Chroma, 119 for Pixelate. I kid. Chroma, seed number 6 from South Korea, PB of 1.31 million. He is playing on keyboard, and this might be, I don't know, is this the deepest run for a keyboard player in DASMat? Has any other keyboard player? All right, chat, you can figure this out for me. What other keyboard players have gotten into the semifinals of DAS Masters? I would love to know that. But Chroma, been around the CTM universe for the last couple of years, has played in a bunch of our DAS Masters event. He's got matches going all the way back to 2021, played in the Classic Tetris Korea tournament all the way back then. Has played a bunch in our various tiered levels, community, futures tier, hopefuls. He has won a community tier 1. That was back in 2023. Played in our Mega Dasters event. Beat Knight in that one. Along with Steelson Poopy Old Hag. So that was an incredible run in... that was... no, he started off in... Started off in the 2025 Mega Dasters, I think in round 3, beating Knight. Yeah, and actually ran into Pixelandy. Pixelandy knocked him out of Mega Dasters. Also played in Mega Masters in 2024 and in 2026. And this is his deepest run so far. First time in the semifinals. 351 here for Pixelandy. 273 for Chroma. Chroma not rated. Andy, the #1 ranked player in the Premier Poll. Chroma not ranked in the most recent Premier Poll, which is insane. And he's in the semifinals. So, there's an L for the rankers. Now I have to check. Did I have Chroma on my ballot? Was I a knower? Let's see if I was a knower. I don't remember. Let's see. Individual poll. I did not have Chroma on mine. So big L for me. Did anyone? Only Ryan Ambergy, which hurts my heart because Ryan is a fine individual, but probably the most controversial of the pollsters. Did have Chroma, the only one. 494 for Pixelandy, 399 for Chroma. You didn't submit your DAS ballot because this tournament wasn't finished? No, that's not right. You got to just rank whatever we have left. Like, that's better to rank what we've played so far rather than, well, this tournament's not finished. There's not going to be another DAS poll for 3 months, Danny. So you can't do that. We only had 6 rankers this month, so it was pretty wild. 527 Pixelandy, 475 for Chroma. The DAS voting is insane because, like, for example, meme, right, was rated as high as 6 by some people and left off entirely by other people. Like, so, and this kind of thing happens all the time. 546 for Chroma into 19, 562 Andy. So that kind of thing happens all the time where somebody will be ranked like number, top 10 by a couple of people and left off entirely by other people. So we really need more pollsters over on the DAS side. 554 for Chroma, 612 for Andy. A couple of misdrops here on 19 so far for Chroma. Kind of tanked his momentum a bit. Still cleaning. Andy, 641. So he's gotten out to a bit of a lead, but he's also ahead in lines. You think not publishing everyone's polls? Oh, that left side. Forget it. That is going to be a top out for Chroma, and Andy is good in game number 1. Where can you do the poll? Well, it's not open to everyone. It's not a fan poll, so you have to be invited to do it, and preferably somebody who's extremely active in the scene and organizing something. It's considered an experts poll. But I think if you just go to premierpoll.com, maybe there's a link there. All right, new pieces. Yeah, if you go to premierpoll.com or use the PP command in chat, that'll take you over to the webpage. There's a thing that says about and apply, and it says apply to be a pollster. Listen, guys, I'm an expert, so I left Chroma off entirely. I'm an expert. Coolin says, yes, I found a Tetris stream. All right, drink, Coolin, drink of the Tetris stream. 469B71. All right, that's a weird, I'm not even, nothing. Anyway, all right, looks like both players are ready. That's a weird personal ad. All right, let's go and get these players started. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh my god, oh no. Terrible. How do you determine the best player? How do you determine the best player? You mean as far as polling, as far as being a pollster? Yeah, I mean, I guess you establish a criterion and then measure players according to that criterion, and then I guess be prepared to defend that criterion. I mean, I just go through as far as, looking at the results of that the player had over the last couple of months. Where did I rank them before? And I do check other people's polls just to check for blind spots. And then it kind of passes the eye test. Like, how likely is it that, this is like a sustainable level of performance? Or does it seem kind of fluky? So, yeah, that's kind of how I do it. And then I revise up or down based on how the players performed over the recent term. So I base it on performance mainly. Because the proof is in the pudding. Or the proof is in the tasting of the pudding, I guess. Defend to whom? Defend to yourself. Right. And there are all kinds of metrics and things like that that go along with players' performance. There's people who track, how often they get to the 19 transition, how often they get to the 29 transition, what their score is when they get to those milestones, that kind of thing. And, you can start to build a picture of who is, at the top of those rankings over a period of time. And make a good case that someone belongs above or below other people. But if you want to know all that stuff, you can go into the CTM Discord, and there are channels that discuss rankings and statistics and all that stuff, depending on how nerdy you want to get about it. Or you could just take my word for it. Yeah, the proof of the pudding, isn't it? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Isn't that what it actually is? Mr. Brain heard knuckle cracking. I mean, you are you are attuned. All kinds of cues. $318 for Pixelandy, $354 for Chroma. You hear every time I do it. Are the rest of you guys hearing that as well? Like when I crack my knuckle, I do crack my knuckles a lot. The rest of you guys hear that all the time? Like you're like, oh my God, why is he cracking his knuckles? All right, Chroma up high again. Laurie says it's obvious, you just don't mention it. Oh, interesting. And that's top out Chroma, and Andy is good again in game number 2. All right, well, I got to get a foot pedal to mute my mic then so I can crack without worrying. Do you hear my hard drives churning? I have hard drives, like I have some big network attached storage drives about 3 or 4 feet away, and every once in a while they go clunk-a-clunk. You do not hear the hard drives. Yeah, I recommend listening to the stream not on headphones. You hear my heart beating hard? Oh, man. It is. 8CBDC4. Pixelandy is up 2 games to none. This is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner. That means Chroma has got to win this one to stay in. And he has topped out twice, relatively early. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. Game number 3, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. By the way, looking for $200 more into the prize pool. Use that Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. And that will bring up the link to this tournament. Das June is what it will say. You hear my vocal folds flap when I breathe in. Oh, God. You know what? I quit. I'm quit. Guys, you finally have done it. All right, there's a skim and a Tetris for Chroma, column 8. Kind of Galumba stacking in the middle of the board. Gonna take a double. All right, taking a couple of skims. All right, he's just gonna take the triple. So yeah, he's over in column 8. Sometimes column 8 stacking a little bit defensive, where it's like, I don't want to hang a piece over in column 8 or 9, and so I'm going to just build for Tetrises in column 8, which is a bit more, accessible, reachable. So we'll see. And sometimes you just land there in column 8 as well. Is this the finals? This is the semifinals. So the winner of this will advance to the finals. We'll have another semifinal to determine the other finalist, and then we will play the finals. So 3 total matches. This is the first one. All right, that left side square for Chroma. He's going to snake that long bar in. That'll help him bring this down. $182 for Pixelandy, $150 for Chroma. Chroma now works his stack all the way back down. I'm waiting for Mr. Brain and his high frequency hearing loss to kick in. That's what I'm waiting for. that way he doesn't have to hear all my knuckle cracking and mic banging around. All right, Chroma going to bring this down with a triple 180 for him, 254 for Pixelandy Longbar in Tetris. Chroma. What's up, Chen? You have extremely strong high-frequency hearing. Yeah, you didn't have to tell me that. That is for sure. $300 for Pixelandy. Tetris for Chroma, 251. Laurie says there are 83 people in chat over on YouTube and under 15 likes. Let's like the page, subscribe, support the page. It helps and free. Yeah, I agree. All right, Tetris for Chroma. I didn't fix the microphone issue. It just fixed itself. Which happens. It seems like this at the same days that I have the problem with my Stream Deck buttons being very, very slow, though that is when the mic issues happen. Like, if that's what you're referring to. Like the mic cutting out. So there's something going on. I might have to switch computers entirely. The actual physical issue with the mic. Yeah. Well, that was true. I did fix that. I just put in some graphite lube and it helped. Just reset your Mac, bro. All right. I can't do that. All right, 481 for Andy into 19. 417 for Chroma. You can get one more Tetris, maybe. There's one burn. You can take one more. He's going to build out that left side. All right, he gets Tetris ready. Going to try to get that Tetris going into 19. Starting to get up a little bit high. He's going to take the single and then the Tetris on 19. 443 for Chroma. It started with the macOS update. Yes, it did. All right, Andy piled high on that right side. When he's going to bring this all down, he is set up for a Tetris. Chroma down stacking as well. Andy uncovers the right long bar over at Tetris for him, 537. Andy ahead by about 50,000, which is just about 2 Tetrises. Here's a Tetris Andy 600. Tetris Chroma 526. And Chroma in a little bit of a pickle. Oh, gets that long bar over to the right. That should help to bowl out this. Oh, no. Oh, that is a top out for Chroma at 530, and that means Pixel Andy is good and will be moving on to the finals. So Chroma really never able to get anything going that much. So Pixel Andy will find himself in the finals again. But GG's to Chroma. Congrats on the best run that you have had so far. I am sure you'll be back here again. But it will be Pixel Andy moving on. All right, we'll watch Andy mulling it out. And then we will bring up the next match, which will be Damon versus Bendy. All right, so Andy would need basically 3 Tetrises, and yeah, or you can maybe muscle this out on 29 somehow. I mean, this is insane. Oh, no. Almost 238 lines. All right, we're going to go ahead and run a couple of ads. We will be back with Bendy versus Damon in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Pixelani says that RNG was horrible, bro. All right, so I think 2, 1. Oh, wow, big Bendy. Why is Bendy so large? And big Damon. Everyone's large today. Damon, what the heck? Damon looking very, very well appointed. Here, let's. I mean, you missed this, guys. You missed it. But Damon, why can we only see your head? We can only see your head. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. Wow. Bro's got a job interview. And now he's doing deep knee bends. I don't know what he's doing. Or no, not deep knee bends. What are those? What are those called? I don't know. Wow. Looks good. Look at that. Look at that guy. Amazing. Knee ups? I think they're called knee ups or something. Look at this. What an individual. He's looking really good. You know, you guys are on, you schlubs playing Tetris are on notice now. A new standard has been set. No more schlubs playing Tetris. That chair is amazing. I mean, look at that. Look at that guy. Is that a Papasan chair? I used to have one in my bachelor apartment 25 years ago. All right. I got to follow him around. He's up, he's down, he's playing, he's not. We'll figure it out. Man. Yeah, like who's dripped out more? Like Damon or Hydrant Dude? I'm for it, you know? All right, players, I am going to go ahead and give you the new pieces. You should let Hydrant and Damon do a DAS match. I agree. You should get one extra point if you're Natalie attired. I literally danced in this suit for 3 hours straight at a wedding reception. All right. Did you do the electric slide? Did they play the Macarena? All right, Bendy can finish his warm-up. Or Damon, you can warm up as well. If you want to. But pieces are here. At our wedding, my wife's father-daughter dance was the chicken dance as a joke. Yeah, the chicken dance. Oh, when's the last time anyone did the chicken dance? I think we did it in like Cub Scouts or something. Why did we do the chicken dance? I have no idea. Wait, if you're under 30, do you even know what the chicken dance is? Ava's live. You're young. Do you know what the chicken dance is? Do you know what it is? Do you know how to do the chicken dance? It took me, yeah. Stupid. All right. 058818. It is time. CTM Das Masters semifinal number 2. Andy is already in the finals. One of these players will join him. Let us find out who it is gonna be in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Bendy also clapped to this song. All right, well, let's get players lined up on camera here. Very unpredictable where these players are going to land. Here, we'll sit him up a little bit. There he is. On the left side, it is Bendy, seed number 1 from the United States of America. He's got a PB of 1.35 million, and that is the DAS world record, which he attained just last month. 1.35 million. So we actually have the DAS world record score on video again. So that is good to see. Coming into this tournament, he was the number 3 ranked DAS player in the world. That was the April ranking. Of course, now, I mean, I guess it's still officially June as far as this tournament is concerned, but I predict he will be ranked number 2 in the July poll. Bendy has been in the finals of this tournament before. That was back in January of 2025, and he faced Andy in that. So he is looking for a little bit of vengeance, trying to take down his first DAS Masters title. He was the winner of CTWC's Silver Bracket Tournament 2024, also won a hopeful circuit in 2023. You've also seen him at some regionals, including in Las Vegas, played in Mega Masters in 2024 and Mega Dasters in 2025, where he was a top 8 finisher. And on the right side, it's Damon. Anyway, 232 for Damon, 155 for Bendy. Of course, I kid our good friend Damon. Damon, seed number 5 from the USA, PB of 1.19 million, according to what I had at the time. That was heading into the month. I don't know if that number is accurate, but if it's not, then we'll see. I think it's more than that. It's got to be more than that. It's 1.24. All right. Calm down, Damon. That was the info that I had heading into June. So that was a month ago. And I've been informed that it's 1.249 million now. Yeah. Players will be like, oh, I'm never going to update the bot, and I'm never going to add my stuff to the spreadsheet. And they'll be like, oh, you got my PB wrong, Vandy. Didn't you look at the one time that I flashed it on my stream 3 months ago? How can you not know my PB? But anyway, yeah, 397 here for Damon, 301 for Bendy. Damon played in CTWC's World Championship in Germany in 2025 and made it through a few rounds. He's made a couple of appearances in DAS Masters. This is his deepest run so far. He's also played in Classic Tetris League, Classic Tetris Bi-Weekly. He also played in last year's Mega Dasters and knocked out Anpu in round 1. Bendy here working around some traffic, and the pullback to bring that bar down. He is not out of the woods yet. This is a really tough board for Bendy. That is going to be a top out for him, and that means Damon takes game number 1. All right, warm-up is done. It's a shame Damon has a heck of a pace right now, but got to top it out. You can't Mullen from 100 lines. All right, 5E A14C. 5E A14C. You did. That's right. You know, I make the graphics during your first match, so I usually, unless there's a major error, then I usually don't update them, but like if I, give you the wrong country or something like that, then I would do it. Or if somebody sets a brand new world record, I'll do it. 5EA14C. So like both players are ready for game number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Vandy, can you do the capitals of the... Oh! Can you do the capitals of players' countries redeemed? Yes. So I'll do them for... I'll give you a... I forgot to do that. So the first... the players in the other match was Andy from the USA. The capital of his country is Washington, D.C. The other player was Chroma from South Korea, and the capital of his country is Seoul. And I'll even do... Oh, that is a top out for Damon here on 18. So Damon giving one right back. And Bendy will take game number 2. And at Catvinity, as a bonus, I will give you these players' capitals. Washington, D.C. for both of them. Yeah, sorry, Catvinity, I totally missed it. Well, I saw it, but then I got to open the... What method are they using to prevent hyper-tapping? Yeah, we fly a referee out to each player's house. And they kind of lord over them and make sure. Yeah, but for real, Bagel, we can tell, the players are streamed here. It's known what kind of movements are possible on DAS. Plus, we have access to their inputs. You can see the input display above the player's info bug. And you can also see the hertz, and that shows if they're tapping. Bendy, you are good. Yeah, they're not using DAS only mode because we don't really care too much about DAS in the middle. I mean, for like 2 taps in the middle of the board. If there's 2 taps, then we don't care. And it can lead to some missed inputs occasionally. I do reserve the right to impose DAS mode if a player seems to be getting out of line. So that is in the rules. But so far, I have not found it necessary in 2 years, really, to do. And ultimately, if it became such an enforcement problem that it required me to, go to extraordinary lengths, then we would just cancel the tournament. I can't run a tournament like that. All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed 6FD Beb. Let's go game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yes, even a dasser could accidentally do 12 hertz once. Yeah, it does happen. All right, we are tied at a game apiece here in this best of 5. First player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Jonas Cup has a built-in DAS mode. It does. Is it the same? Is it like the same mechanics as Gym DAS mode or no? It's slightly different than Gym. Got it. What's up, Sharky? 114 for Damon. That is all Tetrises. 5 in a row. There's another one, Damon. The main difference from Gym is 2 taps are unlimited hertz. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it should be. I wish it was like there was a super configurable Gym where you could say, all right, DAS mode means this. And you could have both players input that. And man, I maybe I should learn how to program this stuff, and then I'll make my own Tetris Gym. You'll see. It'll be the best Tetris Gym there ever was. 187 for Bendy, 208 for Damon. $232 for Bendy, $254 for Damon. Tetris for Damon 306, Bendy at 313, 1 line apart. Oh, Damon, not sure if he missed a rotation or made that on purpose, but he had that long bar right there. I think it was an adjustment, but it did leave him with a different dependency, I guess. 332, Damon. 359, Bendy. Username Gold is in chat, says, let's go, Damon. Bring it home, honorary European. All right, Damon's an honorary European. What an honor. Tetris, Damon. 427, 411, Bendy. All right, Bendy's got a Vitz there in column 3. He's going to get it. That leaves him a dirty Tetris set up pretty nifty. Tetris, Damon. 477. So same line count, 5,000 points apart. Super close. There's a Tetris Bendy. 533, 14 lines to go until level 19. A little adjust for Damon to fit the red L. Tetris Damon, 6 lines away from 19. All right, a few uncomfortable pieces over on that left side to work out. We'll have a quick bar here just to bring this down, and gets it. Damon, the first one into 19 at 598. There's a Tetris 622. Bendy is in at 587, so slight advantage at transition for Damon, but still super close. Anybody's game. 230 lines is where the kill screen will kick in, level 29. Tetris for Bendy. Triple Bendy. 651, 636, Damon. Long bar in Tetris. So Damon back out in front, I guess, just, by 3 or 4 lines though, and it's less than a Tetris lead. So still very, very close. Now I have to mute every time I crack my knuckles. I'm self-conscious now. $7.15 for Bendy. $7.29, Damon. Maybe I can get like some sort of screen behind which I can crack my knuckles. 763 Damon, 754 Bendy. Maybe I'll do it under the desk. Tetris Damon, 827. There's another one, 858. Damon 7 lines ahead, 40,000 points ahead. Tetris is here worth 31,200. Once we cross into 29, they'll be worth 36,000. So it's very close. Bendy looking for a quick bar right now. There's a Tetris Bendy, 892. 926 for Damon. About 25 lines to go until level 29. There's a Tetris Damon. He's set up for another one. There's a long bar. Bendy, kind of tricky setup here just when he can not really afford it. He needs to be as efficient as possible, and he knows it. So he is setting up for dirties. He gets one. He's taking a double here. Damon on the right side. Can he get a bar over or anything? There's an A37 for Damon. He's waiting on a bar for another Tetris. And it comes a little bit too late. What can Damon get? Bendy is 6,000 points behind. That is a top out for Damon at A42. A43 is the target for Bendy. He is trying to set up for one. He does not have a Tetris in the window. The long bar gets down, though, and that triple is enough for Bendy to overtake Damon into just before 29. He gets a Tetris into 29, and Bendy is good in game number 3. So it came down to the wire. Bendy was able to avoid disaster. Damon just couldn't help it. He ended up covering that right. And, if the bar, if he gets, if he's not blocked and a bar comes, he takes it. Or maybe he doesn't, though. I don't know. It's hard to know. A42, it's about a 41,000 point lead. I think Bendy maybe would have taken it no matter what. So, man, crazy. So Bendy is up 2-1. And we got new pieces. Cat Vinity says, insane game. I was shaking, bro. Even the viewers are shaking. All right, players, you can take a moment if you need to. You don't have to jump right back in. It's fine. All right, well, looks like both players are ready. Let's get him going. Bendy is up 2-1. He can clinch it right here. Damon needs to win to try to force a decide in game number 5. Let's go and find out what's going to happen. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Mino wants a decider. We want more games between these two. I agree. I always want to go best of 7. I'm like, man, should this be best of 7? But then I'm like, it's too much. All right, Bendy sets up a long bar to Pensy, middle of the board, gets a bar, which is good for him. He's waiting for Tetris number 1, and there it is. Oh, Bendy not able to fling that J piece into that void, so he's going to have to get some, burn away some stuff here. Gets a Tetris. Yeah, you don't want to tire out the players for the finals. I mean, I don't know why I worry too much about that. There are like some tournaments that are just like, oh, we play the entire thing in an entire day, and they don't worry about it at all. But I don't know. I want to see players at their absolute peak, and you did like best of 9 for secret grade. Yeah, those games were very short. That was one of my favorite matches of all time last night with stupid Tetris Monthly. Trap Zone versus Scotto. Best of 7 is good for DAS. See, I say that, but then when I ask the players, overwhelmingly, The answer is, oh no, best of 5 until the finals. I'm like, all right. No spoilers? Oh man, you picked the wrong stream to watch. I mean, I am Mr. Spoiler. All right, the Vits, the Moo thing, really. 132 for Bendy Longbar in Tetris. One row off the bottom, Bendy. 235, Damon. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we would do best of 7 the whole way. It's just, I thought we started off doing best of 5, and that really was insufficient, so we pivoted mid-tournament. It was not the intention to, have round 0 be different than the later rounds, but once we did it for one round, we had to make it fair. So 305 for Damon, 203 for Bendy. What's our next STM? Not sure. It's not going to be. It's not going to be in July, of course. The idea is to get 6 or so STMs a year, maybe around 8 DAS Masters, and then 10 Masters. Would love to do more, but it's a strain on resources. Yeah, I think we'll probably do speedrun. I don't know that we'll do an invisible mode. There's so few players that I think can do that I think it would end up not being super. I don't know. I got to think about how to make it interesting. Maybe it could be. I'm not sure, but. Why is it monthly Tetris if the master events is not monthly? Because classic Tetris 10 times a year doesn't have quite the same ring to it. So don't overfit to the name monthly. CT10. I mean, I kind of like that. CT10. $386 for Bendy, $479.0502 for Damon. So Damon ahead by 115,000 points, something like that. Well, we might have to go to a less aggressive schedule for some of these events, though. CT67 because there's so many tournaments these days. Yeah, I mean, listen, people want to make a tournament. That's their prerogative, and they should. I mean, there's more tournaments that I can follow, that's for sure. $462 for Bendy, $596 for Damon. And we are into level 19. Damon, 620, 509. Bendy, the Vits for Bendy. All right, Bendy running out of places to stash stuff on the left. He had a perfect staircase on that board, which is not perfect to have. You don't necessarily want that. Oh, Bendy getting that pieces to left side. Those quick taps. Long bar over at Tetris. Bendy 587, 679 for Damon. So Damon with a big lead just when he needs it in this game 4. All right, skimming that board. Damon keeps that right side open, knocks the entire thing down, though. Has to get reestablished. Tetris for Bendy, 707. Damon still trying to struggle here and get set up for it. Tetris just seems to not really be able to get much going the last couple of levels. Meanwhile, Bendy has virtually tied it up, and now Bendy is in the lead. And Damon just can't seem to get this down stack, so kind of an endless dig right when he doesn't need it. And now Bendy in trouble. Bendy's left side is a bit of a mess. Not sure what he's going to be able to do, but he's going to try to fight for every point that he can get here. And now Damon has drilled back down, but kind of dead drops at Z in the middle. Bendy still adding points. Damon struggling here. Bendy trying to add every last point he can. And that's going to be 785 top out. So that is a 786 Damon has to chase down. Will he be able to do it? 786. There's a double. He needs 8,000 more points. He needs to get to 786, basically. He opens up the right side, log bar down, and Damon has cleaned it all up. I gotta say, I thought Damon was cooked, and yet he is still raw, I guess. I don't know how to finish that sentence, but he is not cooked. He is utterly crude and raw, and he will clinch game number 4. We are going to a decider. Yeah, crazy dig for both, really. I mean, Bendy kind of did what you had to do in the sense of like, all right, it's kind of inevitable, top out, but get every last point you possibly can. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're in the business of deciders. Is that beer? Yep, that's beer. It's got an apple on it, and it says the word D for decider, so that is a D beer. That's a beer. it's a deer. It's non-alcoholic cider, okay. Don't worry. All right, both players are on seat. Both players are signaled ready. That means it is time to go to the last game of this match. So the winner of that will move on to the finals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Still looking for about $200 more to get us to our $1,000 prize pool goal. If we get to our prize pool goal, we will pay the top 8. So please consider contributing to the prize pool. You know, 10 people doing 20 would do it. 20 people doing 10. Yes, save Das Masters. Yeah, me and Ofloof saved STM yesterday. So we need a hero today. Who is it going to be? We are underway in game number 5. The winner of this takes on Pixel Andy in the finals. Mino Floof says, for those who missed Secret Grade yesterday, it was wild. Really, the whole tournament was wild. Big recommend as far as watching the VODs for that. I don't know if any of that will be cut up and made into VOD, so you can go to the live tab over on YouTube and watch them. I don't know if they're going to be edited. There's only so much we have the resources to edit. But they're over there in the archives. 115 for Damon, 112 for Bendy. $394 for Maisie. Gets us up to $803.94. Vamos, Damon, do it for the underdogs. Thank you, Maisie. Pumpy says, Vandy, have you considered locking the VODs behind a subscription so when the finals are uploaded 2 months after the tournament, you pocket all the subs? It's a good suggestion. I'll have to think about that. I mean, listen, Pumpy's making fun, but these events got to pay for themselves, okay? They do. I can't blame anyone for trying what they can to try to make this whole thing viable for y'all. 180 for Bendy, 206 for Damon. Like, I would love it if, you could get sponsors, but it's basically impossible. To get any real sponsors, except for, the pizza place that funds the after party, that gives you 3 pizzas. They can be a sponsor, I guess. Or, they give you bags of candy, right? That can be a sub. $324 for Damon, $318 for Bendy. So yeah, I don't begrudge anyone trying to figure out ways to make it work. I know what they're up against. $342 for Bendy, $370 for Damon. Tetris Bendy, 412, 438 for Damon. Damon in at about 460 some odd. Awkward board covered right side. 480 for Bendy. All right, Damon's right side looking a little sketchy. Trying to keep that right side open. And now he's just all in on a bar. Blocks the right side. And that is gonna do it. Damon not able to survive the early 19 phase. Tops out on level 20 at 472, and that means Bendy is returning to the finals for the first time in like a year and a half. Damon, you played amazing. What a great leap forward for you. Your first semifinals, and it was a good one. So GG's to you. Hope to see you back here in this event. Certainly something to build upon. And, you know, to all those people who did not rank you in the Premier poll, I think you've given them some something to chew on. And, you know, you're looking great. You're looking amazing while you do it. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. Looks amazing. All right, Bendy will return to the finals. Our number one seed is actually in the finals, believe it or not. Number one and number two. So, you know, for all the seeding doesn't work, quals are arbitrary. Our number one and number two seeds are in the finals. All right, let me go ahead and report this. We're going to run a couple ads. We'll be right back with the finals. Best of 7, Bendy versus Pixel Andy. There you go. We'll give you your 3. You're sweaty from Das. Das sweaty is a different kind of sweaty. That's for sure. All right, we'll start in a couple minutes. All right, folks, it is time. And I'm pretty excited. Bendy versus Pixelandy. It was not inevitable, but it seemed inevitable, right? It seemed like these are going to be the two. Of course, Pixelandy, 9-time winner, including our Mega Dasters champion. Bendy establishing the DAS world record score. Seems like these two were going to meet in the next DAS Masters, and lo and behold, they have. Or they're about to. So we're going to go ahead and drop pieces now, and hopefully our players will find their way into their playing position. Let's get both these players well, just make sure. One and two. That was not an intentional knuckle crack. That just happened organically. So my apologies to everybody who heard a knuckle crack. We are up to 820 in the prize pool, courtesy of Summer B. Thank you, Summer B. Appreciate that. This is a best of 7, by the way. So the first player to 4 wins is the winner. Okay, looks like both players have signaled ready, so I'm going to assume that that means that they are ready. Both of them on seed. Let us get them started. Bendy, Andy, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Andy's so small here. All right, there we go. I think Andy's getting younger. Am I wrong? I think he's getting younger. On the left side, it is Bendy, seed number 1 in this tournament. Also, number 1 on the list of DAS scores. He was the world record holder in the score achieved with the DAS playstyle in a single game. 1.35 million, just edged out Mark PM0, Mark Megas last month. He was ranked number 3 in the world in the premier poll. Coming into this tournament, there's been a new poll since it began, and he is now ranked number 2 in the July poll. This is Bendy's first appearance in the finals since January of 2025, and actually his second appearance in those finals overall. He was the winner in CTWC in 2024, won a hopeful circuit back in September of 2023. And he's got several high finishes in this tournament. 3 other times he's, 4 other times he's finished in the, or let's see, let's put it this way. 4 times besides today, he has finished in the top 4 or higher in this tournament. Once in those finals, 3 times in the semis. Most recently, March of 2026, where he was in those semis. Played in our Mega Dasters last year. He was in the top 8 of that. Played in Tap Masters last year. He was in the top 8 of that. And you saw him in the gold bracket of CTWC in 2025 as a DAS player. Was that as a DAS player? I don't know. But he was there. On the right side, seed number 2 from the USA with a PB of 1.33 million. The number 1 ranked player according to the Premier poll. He's an 8-time Das Masters monthly champion, a 1-time Mega Dasters champion, our reigning Das Masters champion, Pixel Andy. He's one of the original Game Crashers. He was a runner-up in CTWC's Gold Bracket Championship in 2020. Has multiple high finishes in that tournament in following years. And a former overall score world record holder, Pixel Andy. 348 for him, 326 for Bendy. They have met 3 times in this tournament. And Pixel Andy has won all 3 times. Bendy did beat Andy in Tap Masters and in a 2023 tournament, a DAS tournament, the CT DAS Real Tournament 2. Bendy did beat Pixel Andy back then. So, Bendy trying to get his first DAS Masters title. Pixel Andy trying to get 10, which is insane. Want to remind everybody we do have a prize pool. You can contribute to it. Our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the viewers and fans, and yeah, that means you guys. We are looking to get to $1,000 so we can pay our top 8. Otherwise, we're just paying the top 4. So please consider contributing to the prize pool. This is really going to be the last opportunity to do that. 510 Pixel Andy, 509 Bendy. Does it get any closer than this, says DJ Tom? Yeah, I don't think so. Number 1, number 2 seed in the finals. And we are super close in score. Column 8, Tetris for Bendy. Column 10-1 for Pixel Andy. Level 19 kicks in at 130 lines. The speed will increase by 50%. Then players will have 100 lines of that speed before level 29 kicks in. And for DAS play, it is still the kill screen. Tetris for Bendy, 587. Pixel Andy is at 605 through 120. Tetris Bendy 657 into 19, but 675 for Andy into 19. So save this set of pieces if you want to try a good one. Or maybe it's just these players are, it's both. It's really both. I mean, I'm not getting a 675 off this piece set, and probably neither are you. Tetris for Bendy 711. There's one. Pixel Andy 729. It's just RNG. That's all. Tetris Bendy 763. There's one Andy 784. They're 2 lines apart and less than a Tetris apart. This is a best of 7. Tetris for Bendy 819. There's one Andy 838. Another Tetris Bendy. Oh, kind of misdrop there for Bendy. And he's going into cleanup mode. Andy, meanwhile, still motoring along. This might allow Andy to establish a bit of a more durable lead. But Bendy very quickly cleaned up. 882. Tetris for Bendy, 912. Andy, 929. So not really. So that, they basically find themselves exactly in the same position before Bendy's misdrop. 959, Andy. Level 24, Tetris is worth 30,000 points. Tetris down for Bendy, 975. There's one, Andy, 999. So Andy looking for he gets the max out on 25. Bendy can do the same, and he is going to do the same. He will get both players maxing out on 25. Trimusha says, this is impressive, but looks sluggish at the same time. I'm so used to watching rollers. There's that quick tap for Bendy to build out that left side. Andy's starting to get a little bit high. He's going to have to take the burns, and you can see both players really struggling here. There's a quick tap and a Tetris for Bendy, A54. And a Tetris for Bendy, A77, Andy, A91 for Pixel Andy. 15 lines to go. They're one line apart. Andy's board. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here. And even if he does it, will he have enough runway to chase Bendy down? Because Bendy not slowing down at all. B59 for Bendy, A92 for Andy. Another Tetris Bendy, B94. Andy is setting up for as much as he can get. He wants like 3 Tetrises. There's one. And Bendy with the C32. And he is set up and he quick taps it over for a Tetris on 29. And that is insane. And a level 30 for Bendy, a C75. What the heck? B72 for Pixel Andy, a 1.275 and a B72. So let's see, 1.2, 1.1, that's 1.3. So is that a 2 point? Is that the world record? Assuming all these piece movements meet SOD, then that Chad is telling me that could be the combined comp world record in a single game. Someone do the math. That's a 2.447? 2.447? Is that, am I doing this wrong? Something like that? 2.4477. Yeah, assuming all of that passes the SOD test post 29, that would be the world record. So, holy moly. But no question, Bendy took that one. So that's game one. That's just game one, guys. Previous record was Anpu and Geo 1.2 versus 1.163. See, I don't know. It seems low. It seems like there's never been a double 1.2. What? Crazy. There's never been a double 1.2. We almost had it. It's easy, guys. Get a double 1.2. What the heck? All right, new pieces. Why are we losing by 100K with a B72? David Chu says, June 38th, I was here. That's right. The world record happened on June 38th, 2026. Don Veneur says, had a phone call. What did I miss? Nothing. Don't worry. It's cool. Is that the DAS comp world record and combined? What is combined losing score? Well, I don't use the terminology losing score world record because I think it's the score beaten world record, but because the losing score world record is not the loser's record. It's the winner's record. It's the highest score that needed to be attained to beat an opponent. All right, B7, B7B5C8, B7B5CB. Someone's getting seed checked. Who's getting seed checked? It's Andy. Andy, you just got seed checked, bro. Andy, you need an 8 at the end. All right, good. All right, seed checker 1, players 0. Let's go. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So there it is. So Bendy got the C and Andy got the B. Very confusing. B got C, A got B. Crazy. So that is game number 1. Burby with the raid party of 3, by the way. Thank you very much. We're still looking for another $180 into that prize pool so we can support this tournament and make sure that, and this is the last chance. You know, this match is the last match. Nobody's going to support it in YouTube VODs. It doesn't happen. So if we want to continue to run this event at a high level, certainly got to support that prize pool. Why do people keep saying June 38th? Is this the CTM June monthly finals? Are we just having fun? Or are we just being silly? No, it is actually June 38th, Bagel. You weren't informed? It's actually June 38th. We're on a whole new system now. I'll send you a link later. Don't worry, explaining the whole new system. But you can find it on the in the news. Yes, download the latest patch for your calendar. Shake QC says it's good because my rent is due on July 1st and I haven't paid it yet. Yeah. Say, excuse me, Miss Landlord, Miss Landlady. Clearly, it's June 38th, and I have evidence. 232 for Bendy, 213 for Pixel Andy. It's the Vandalorian calendar. $258 Pixel Andy, 257 Bendy. Skimming a Tetris for Bendy, 304, 305, Andy. One line apart, a couple hundred points apart. Neck and neck. Just about 20,000 points apart, one line apart. Bendy in the lead. Am I mute? No. You know, you don't have to talk every second. Gleiser says, sorry, I missed the commentary. Was that the highest DAS competition? It appears that it was, assuming it all holds up. I'm sure there'll be dozens of people analyzing the results. $539 Bendy, $516 Pixel Andy. It is the highest DAS score in rated DAS comp. But so you're saying there was a higher score in unrated DAS comp? Bagel says, Vandy, can you keep talking every second until the event ends? I don't know if I can keep up with that pace. I mean, maybe if our leadership wants it to be the new record, maybe they can just call the owners of the league and make it happen. It seems to be how sporting events happen nowadays. Just, you know, politicians decide that they don't like decisions made by sports leagues, and they just give their people a friendly phone call. Another double 600K, and they didn't just skimp their way into 600K. These are healthy 600Ks into 19. Oh, it was Knight versus you? Was it a Mullen? Or was it active players? $679 for Bendy, $707 for Pixel Andy. Oh, it wasn't a Mullen? Well, that's very impressive. So, Pixel Andy ahead by about 52,000 points. Bendy's left side is a problem. And he's going to go to work on that problem. And yeah, he quick taps piece over that left side. But he is back now by about 75,000 points, ahead by 3 lines. Bendy, Tetris, 746. Andy, 820. Hana says, I went back and checked none of the placements break even DAS mode. All right. Well, I think that probably settles it. 837 Bendy, 914 Pixel Andy. Oh, Bendy not able to get that S-piece all the way to the left side. Andy with another level 25 max out. That is going to be fatal for Ben. Well, maybe it won't. What do I know? Nothing. All right. It ended up being fatal. My goodness. So, Andy, go ahead and mullen it out if you care to. But you will take game number 2. Yeah, Andy's got pace going. Controller blaming in motion. Yeah, Andy, the overall match score world record, it's still out there. So you got to mullen this out and make that happen. That's a B53. He's setting up the middle of this board. He's going for that 1 point The 1.2. He's setting up another one. And there's a 1.2. Oh my goodness. Another. He wants the 1.3 and he gets a C76. What the heck are we seeing? What are we seeing? Oh no, a C78. Oh my goodness. Holy mackerel, C78. Come on. Like, yeah, actual ratio, literal ratio. So that was still a 2 point. I mean, a 2 point. Was that a 2.2? What did that end up being? 2.1 something? Average? No, but what was the average? Like, what did Bendy top out at? So it was still over a 2.1. So all right, I think the record is still there. 2.158. Holy moly. So back-to-back 2 million, 2.1 plus games. All right, we'll put the pieces in, players. You can take a moment if you need it. Andy's on back-to-back 1.1. And back-to-back 1.27 games from, you know, one player or another. Insane. Is that the back-to-back comp world record? All right, you guys just making records up now. I mean, this is best of 7. It is. Yeah, Somalian says you're just making up categories. All right, 180 left needed in the prize pool. Please consider contributing. Vandy is so record attached. I mean, I'm not record attached. I mean, I don't know what that means. I think everybody else is too record attached. What are you kidding? Mino Floof says save Das Masters by bringing it to 1,000. You just got to get to 1,000. Jasper Discovers, first time chatter, says literally tuned in for the first time and I'm seeing this all happen. Hi all. Hello. What's up, Lokenze? Yeah, is this the youngest combined age and score DAS record? Mungio Das. I read that and I thought you wrote McNuggets. I thought it said actually McNuggets. You need food? Well, it's more like dyslexic, but it's fine. Not at all. Not at all. Is there a seed? Didn't I put up a seed? Did I not? I thought I put up a seed. Wait, hold on. Is it not F? Did I not put up a seed? All right, I'll put one up. There we go. I thought I put one up. 3781C8. Oh, wait. All right. I guess I did put up a seed. Bendy was waiting for a seed. Yeah, let's just use 3781C8. It got stale anyway. Bro, now you want McNuggets? You know, they're so trashy, but they're so good. They're good. They're not good, and they're good at the same time. How much did I pay RNG? Oh, we had another contribution to the prize pool, and it came from Nanook of the North. Thank you, Nanook. $25 gets us up to $845. We're $155 away from saving Das Masters. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed. Lots of 8s in there, so I worry. All right, what was once a best of 7, now a virtual best of 5 between these two. Bendy and Pixel Andy knotted at a game apiece. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There was a super chat? What? Wait. There wasn't a super chat. Come on now. Peter says, thanks, Vandy, for your hard work and dedication in running this channel and all things CTM. Excellent games, both players. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Peter, for the $4.99 super chat in British pounds. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We also had another contribution to the prize pool, courtesy of Ninegabin, who says, whatever, and that got us up to $857.78. I'm sorry, 857.78. So we're getting there. We're so close. 142 and change away. Cat Vanity says we aren't even going to get to the CTWC race to 1.4. Is that a real thing? Should be. I mean, if there's gonna be, then players, make sure you don't get the 1.4. It starts tomorrow. So does it have to be on their stream? So if you get it not on stream, does it count? Do you have to show your hertz and input display? They aren't giving you any residuals? Well, everything that you created, Pumpy, belongs to them. So if you get it off stream, like let's say you don't get it on the CTWC stream, you still get it? It has to be post the announcement date, so if it's gotten today, it wouldn't count. I mean, it would count for the record. 2530 from Tired RL, thank you, says $1 for every 100K in the combined winning score in the first 2 games. Thank you, yes. Appreciate that. Zelazawi is in there as well. Das ist gut with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So it gets us $8.90, $5.42, or $105 away. Yes, it would count. It would count as the record, of course, and the bounty would be 0. So yeah. So maybe. So can I just run an event where we have DAS players go for 1.4 as well? Like, you know, because it would count if they get it on their own stream. So why wouldn't it count if they get it on my stream? So I'll just run, like they can run the bounty and I'll just run streams. I mean, everyone should do that. Why not? If there's a bounty and you can just get it off stream. Just everyone should run their own event. Why is there a little pixel in Andy in the corner? Is that so we can tell who's playing? Yes. Well, Doge, it's because so often the players show up with horrible cameras or whatever. And we want to see these players looking their best. And I don't know. I just thought it was cool looking. Yeah, everybody should run their own 1.4 streams. Why not? Tetris Deathmatch is coming back. So we are going to do Tetris Deathmatch at some point this month. 388 for Bendy. We will do a monthly Tetris deathmatch. Bendy's photo is lower quality than his camera. Yeah, true. Sometimes I have to pull the photo off their stream. Like the whole point is like I want to have good photos, but you know they're not always available. So just to make sure both players have one, sometimes I have to pull it off the stream. Of course, Doge in chat, a Masters event winner. There's a reason the DAS record hasn't gotten much better since the Jonas days. I mean, it's gotten... I mean, I don't know. It depends what you mean by much better. I mean, it's not jumped up by millions of points, but... You know, in terms of like percentage of available points attained that are remaining, I don't know. You can't compare it to the overall score world record. It's like when you say like the SMB, you know, someone shaved a frame off the world record. That's a massive improvement. $578 for Bendy, $618 for Andy into 19. Bendy takes a double into 19, $580. What is a death match? It's just a word, you know. Deathmatch was the name of the first non-tournament Tetris like show where people played games in a non-tournament context. And that was on my personal channel. And we ran that show for several years after too with a different host. Tetris Bendy 686. There's one Andy 683. Bendy 715, 711 pixel Andy. But guys, they should just give Quaid the bounty. The line spin for Bendy. He knows what the channel he's on. Give that bounty to Quaid. He's already got it. $831 for Bendy, $824 for Pixel Andy. Are they going to invite? Mega Retro Man to the DAS 1.4 grind stream or no? Long bar over at Tetris Bendy 923. There's the long bar in Andy 893. I mean, they should invite the current world record holder, right? Tetris Bendy 996. He's on level 26. There's a Tetris Andy 960. It's open to anyone, even me? Oh man, I might have to stream my 1.4 attempts. What's up, Kingsman? What was the record by that one guy that practiced the seed? I mean, it was more than that. I mean, he had to manipulate the RNG or high precision. That's a real achievement, so no one's going to dog on that achievement. But that was Scott Obozo. All right, Dirty Tetris for Bendy, B71. And that's a top out for Andy at A70. And another 1.2 for Bendy. We've had 3 games in a row with 1.2s. Bendy was, I mean, that is insane. Another 1.2. What? Yeah, someone needs to check them controllers and games. This is not normally. This is not normally. These players are just ripping off 1.2s at will. Yeah, we are pre-checking. I'm using the secret seed command. So Bendy up 2-1 over Andy. Yeah, Bendy. Oh, so okay. So Bendy with a 1.2 here. He did not have a 600K into 19. This is a best of 7, correct? Oh yeah, I know, Bagel, but sometimes people dog on that, and they shouldn't because it was a real achievement. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's go. Game number 4. Bendy's up 2-1. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Flu says, I've been a Bendy fan for like a year already. Yeah, me too. Bendy, of course, this is not the first record that he's gotten. Even see. He's like Mr. Records. I love if you go on YouTube, Bendy has a compilation on his YouTube. All of Bendy's Tetris accomplishments compilation. And I love the thumbnail. The thumbnail's great. Tetris career highlights. I'm gonna have to watch that later. $229 Pixel Andy, $185 Bendy. Oh, look at that. We're getting thumbnail face. Thank you, Bendy. Oh yeah, look, scheduled for 7/9. CTWC raised to 1.4 million. And let's see. I see Andy, Dog, Fractal, Bendy. And it looks like Scooty. What is that thumbnail though? It is best of 7. 251 here for Bendy, 349 for Pixel Andy. It's the race to 10 million thumbnail, but DAS 1.4. All right. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't look like them. So there's some weird effect that's on the players. It kind of doesn't look like them a little bit. It's kind of odd. It has an eerie quality to it. No offense if somebody in here made that thumbnail, but I don't know. It looks weird to me. 389 for Bendy, 465 for Pixel Andy. Right, Bendy stashing that square over to the left. That's able to make a Vitz. Just never ends up getting the bar, but finally did get it, actually. 416 for Bendy. Opens up that right side. 100 lines for both of our players. Andy ahead by 95,000 points. I have offended Vince. It's fine. I don't know. It's just something that has an eerie, uncanny quality to it. There's like an effect on the players or something where they look waxy. I don't know. Maybe it's my monitor. It's weird. Maybe it's just me. Long bar in Tetris. Pixel Andy 566, 471 for Bendy. They've used the Madame Tussauds version. Maybe my computer is auto Gen AIing them. Oh, that's possible. What's up, Evesy? All right, we're into level 19. Pixel Andy with another 600K plus transition. Bendy way behind on this one, though. 120,000 points behind. Long bar over at Tetris. Bendy 551. All right, Andy's got a gap in the stack, a little annoying. He's just going to have to take this down and address it. And Bendy gets clean 568. I'm used to saying B and C for these guys. 594, 710 for Pixel Andy. Andy 711 on 22. There's a Tetris 739. So both players clean. Man. Bendy was digging for a while. Still about a 90,000 something point difference. So really, since 19, the score difference has not changed. All right, Bendy's skimming here. S-spin, long bar in. There we go, Bendy. 7-11 for him. Long bar over Tetris. Andy, level 24. Tetris is worth 30,000 now. Andy getting set up, skimming. Tetris, 864. Tetris for Bendy, 773. No max outs here on 25 in this one. Great placements here for Bendy. Long bar Tetris for him, 839. 930. So Bendy, the score difference has really not changed since 19. It's about a 90,000 point lead or so when the lines are tied. Bendy getting up pretty high. 873 for him. Tetris for Andy, 997. Tetris for Andy. He's got the max on 27. Bendy on 27 at 943. Bendy cannot get that Z-spin on the right side. It's going to slow him down a little bit here. If Andy keeps going like this, there may not be much Bendy can do, but you never can tell with these two. Oh, that left side for Bendy. Yeah, this is going to be pretty tough for Bendy to do anything. Andy gets a long bar over Tetris for him. Another 1.1 for Andy. And Bendy setting up for it, trying to get as many points as he can. And Andy cannot get anything. That's a B46, and that's a Tetris for Bendy. Another max out, though, for Bendy, but it will not be enough. He did everything he could to try to stay in it, but just ran out of runway. And Pixel Andy with another 1.1. Yeah, B46 is the lowest score so far as the winning score in this set. So that's 4 1.1s in a row. And we are tied. All right, players, we're going to take about 60 seconds. It's a best of 7. We're going to take 60 seconds. Getting a max out is like early topping. True. All right, looks like both players are on seed. And are we back from the break? We are. All right. Game number 5. What was once a best of 7, now a best of 3. Let's go. Game number 5. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. I took a closer look at that thumbnail, and I guess they look okay. I guess I was seeing it very small, but I blew it up, and it looks okay. 274 bits from Tired. We won Smash Kart's inaugural tournament. All right. Sorry, Tired. Jeez. Thanks for 274 bits. Appreciate it. Looking for another $105 into that prize pool to get us to $1,000. If we get it, we can pay the what? The top 8. You want to do Smash Cards tournament on this channel? Should we do a Smash Cards tournament on this channel? All right, new event. I'm officially making a new event. Ready? It's called NTM Not Tetris Monthly. All right, NTM Not Tetris Monthly, featuring Tetris players playing in events that have nothing to do with Tetris. Now, I know there's a game called Not Tetris or whatever, but oh well. Well, it'll just have to be another thing that we explain. All right, that's it. Not Tetris Monthly. Maybe we'll do a Smash Cards tournament. I don't know anything about it. And I don't know how to run a tournament. I would need help. Dan V with the Prime sub says, what the F? I just almost said the F word. I lost my streak. 184 for Bendy, 166 for Pixel Andy here in game number 5. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. Wait, what is NTM in French? Say it in a friendly way. Say it in a family-friendly way. I mean, CTM in Spanish is something. Oh, it means F your mother. I mean, that means the same thing. That means the same thing in Spanish. CTM means that in Spanish, basically. So that's even better. That's even better. All right, that seals it. NTM event. We already have too many events, though. We already have too many events. We can't sustain all these events. $105. Oh, Andy, triple flipping. So 105 left for the prize pool. Who's going to do it? I mean, we got at most three games. So who is going to be the hero? Or are we going to get like 4 heroes? We need 4 heroes to step up and save Das Masters. All right, it's Wednesday, my dudes. That means the lawnmower guys are outside. And no matter when I run the stream, they will find that time to do the lawn. So, if the stream is scheduled for 11 in the morning, yep, lawnmower guys are there. If they schedule instead at 4, lawnmower guys are there. They know when I'm streaming. Z-Spin Bendy, 485, 411 for Pixel Andy. Long bar Tetris Bendy, 536 through 108, 487 for Pixel 80 through 111. Lawnmower guys will never forgive Vandy for NTM. I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time. But there's only so much I can do. You know, all my Amazon Flex deliveries, you know, get in the way. We've been trying to do ESWT BBWC, all right, for 5 years. I know. We will. That's what we'll do it. We'll do it as part of NTM. $619, another 600K transition. All 5 games so far have featured at least one 600K transition. 547 for Pixel Andy. There's a Tetris Bendy, 646. What's NTM? Tayo, don't you know? Where have you been, Tayo? Jeez. No, it's not non-Tetris Monthly. It's not Tetris Monthly. Even Mark doesn't know. Mark, you are wrong on the internet. $725 Bendy, $652 Pixel Andy, long bar over Tetris Andy, $680. So Andy back by, I don't know, about 68,000. Bendy gets one. Level 22. Crucify me for being slightly wrong. Yeah, I mean, that's... Now you know what it's like to run a Tetris tournament on the internet. Tetris for Andy, 789. Bendy gets a long bar over 875. And long bar gets in triple for Bendy, so he's going to work this stack down. Oh, actually setting up column 2. Did not expect that. And Tetris for Bendy. He's setting up again. What an insane person. Oh, quick taps that. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, boy. Chopping this down. Has no more burns on this, though. Well, he's got one more. All right, he had one more. And he opens it up and finds a Tetris. 963 for Bendy. There is a triple for him, 974. He's 100,000 points ahead of Andy, 2 lines ahead. And Andy in a little bit of trouble, Bendy in a little bit of trouble, but Andy is much lower than that. Oh, that early shift of the T-piece. Bendy trying to find points. 983 top out, 984 is the target. Andy has got to find 2 Tetrises. 2 Tetrises would win this. He needs 2. And he is not even going to find 1. And Bendy is going to go up 3 games to 2. Both players gutting it out. No double maxes in this one. Bendy was playing, flexible well. And that can work out great, but can also end in disaster. Bendy was able to hang on, though, despite that. And Pixel Andy, man, these players going so hard, and woof, my goodness. I almost left it and remembered you leave immediately as soon as a player wins. You just leave. What? What is that? You have to stick around and celebrate and, kind of revel in what has been what has been achieved. We need you to be here. We really need you to be here. So I personally am asking you to stick around. You stay for the credits like at the movie theater too? I do too. Pieces are here at B9A392. All right, I am opening my Dr. Pepper Zero. It's 4:40. I finally finished my coffee for the day. I'm asking you to do me a favor. Abby Normal with the $15 contribution. Thank you. We've crossed the $900 mark. Guys, we need $90. This could be the last game of the match, and then fundraising is over. We would love to get to $1,000. We could pay that top 8. Feel good about inviting all the players to play every month. All right, B9A392, let's go. Bendy versus Pixelandy. Bendy could wrap it up right now. Pixelandy has got to win to force a deciding game at number 7. Let's go 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we got Andy pushing down here. Tetris for Bendy, 47,000. Tetris for Andy, 69,000. Sora Canis says, I can't wait for June 38th to finally be over. I know, after this, I have to make dinner. And then I have to launch the brackets for, July 1st. And then I have to figure out what tournaments we're going to do in August. Whether or not we hit the prize pool goal for this one could determine what we do for August. $190 for Pixelandy, $143 for Bendy. Yeah, in my mind, I'm like, well, if we don't meet our prize pool, this is what I'm not holding this over you, but in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, like, all right, how often should we do a given event? And I think it should be tied to the prize pool. Like, if we don't make the prize pool goal, then why would you keep holding the event as often as you do, right? So in my mind, that's like kind of how I'm thinking about it these days. 261, because we can't lower it anymore. We used to have a 1,500. We lowered it to 1,000. I can't lower it anymore. I'm not doing that at all, Summer V. I'm not. I'm just telling you, listen, I have a real problem where I tell you guys what's on my mind and, what I'm thinking. I'm very transparent. This is, good and also a curse. 293 for Pixel Andy, 225 for Bendy. Couple of skims here. Bendy waiting on the bar, stands up the J piece, gets the bar. Tetris 251. There's $10 from NTB, National Tire. No. Nerd the Box, not National Tire and Battery. Pay out the top 8. You say, I wonder who that could be, says Nerd the Box. All right, we're 80 away. I think we'll get there. $0.01 from Burbia, says Bazinga. Thank you for your multiple 1-cent contributions, Burbia. Appreciate that. 330 for Bendy, 403 Pixel Andy. Look how far ahead Andy is in line. So that is definitely relevant. Andy was pushing down early, and really it still seems to be pushing down. You can see that ones digit going up. So Andy is ahead by 10 or more lines. Now, this score difference is a real score difference. You know, Pixel Andy is in the lead despite that, but if you have Matcherino balance from winnings, you can donate a cent. Oh, without incurring the fees, is that right? Do you still incur the fees? That seems like it. You shouldn't, but if everyone watching right now would donate 1 cent, we'd raise the prize pool by like $3. I know. 522 transition for Pixel Andy. So put a pin in that. We'll see what Bendy gets to. Another Tetris, Pixel Andy. There's a Tetris Bendy, 456. So if he gets another one here, it would be like 479 or 480. There it is, 480. Bendy, long bar in 505. Tetris for Andy, 659. Tetris Bendy, 558. Mr. Brain says, for the cost of a cup of coffee, you can help these poor, starving Tetris players. Look how thin they are. They can't even afford to eat an apple. Please help today. So Andy ahead by 15 lines. So it's like 3 Tetris's worth of lines. And and Bendy is not within 3 Tetrises. So Pixel Andy's still with a pace lead. Tetris for Andy, 785. There's one for Bendy, 651. There's a triple, I think, or a double for Bendy. He takes a look over and he under shifts a piece on that right side while he was looking over. And Bendy is up high here, trying to keep that right side open. Needs something for the middle. Is keeping that right side open, though. Opens it again. And just the RNG not really allowing Bendy. This might be it for him. We'll see if he can do anything here. And no, that is not going to work out for Bendy. So that means Pixel Andy is good in game number 6. And yeah, we are heading to a deciding game number 7. Watch Pixel Andy finish it out. Bendy says Tetris, but every game RNG gets worse. So there it is, Pixel Andy good. And yeah, we are heading to a game 7. Is everything a decider nowadays? Like last night was all deciders. Today we had some decide. I mean, everything just decide. People are too good. We have to change Tetris. Everything's a decider now. Yeah, we need games that are less competitive. Bendy. Pixel Dandy. No one says, why aren't they scoring 1.2s anymore? They're tired. They're very tired. Random with Titan says we need 79.56 more to hit the goal. There's Lee Kill with $10. This is the last game. This is it. We're up to 930.44. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate that. 70 more. Grassroots campaign here. There's no you know, there's no big, folks coming in. It's got to be grassroots, y'all. Vandy, when will the brackets start? Tonight. Do a level 9 start to stall in order to reach 100K. Vendy stalling. Cat Vanity says, guys, if you get the prize pool to 1,000, Lokenze will do a 24-hour stream of Dash 1.4 attempts. What about you, Cat? Where's your 1.4 attempts? All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed Dia313. There's a restaurant in Austin called Via 313. All right. All you Detroiters, this match is for you. Bendy versus Pixel Andy in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Andy doing his Pixel Standy. There's a they are not all right. There we go. $9.99 from Zempro, or not Zempro, but thank you, Zempro. 940.43 is where we're at. Under 60 to go. Poor Zempro is like paying a third of his salary into the Das Masters prize pool. You will lose employment otherwise. I think that's illegal, Zempro. That would be illegal. Would it? I don't know. Probably not. $57,000 for Bendy, $74,000 for Pixel Andy. There's $5 from Boli Jindo. Says, since Vandy is extorting us, thank you. I'm not trying to extort you. I'm just, we got goals. And I am not going to ever feel ashamed or awkward or uncomfortable about trying to raise money for the prize pool for the players. I'm just not. I'm shameless about it. $132 Bendy, $148 Pixel Andy. Thank you, Boli. $96 Pixel Andy, $156 Bendy. So what started off for the first few games as like these massive, kind of pace games turned into really gritty, grindy games. We're here now in this best of 7. Tetris Bendy, 248, 266 Pixel Andy. Tetris Bendy, 321, 357 Andy, 1 line apart. S-spin into a Tetris for Bendy, 367. Tetris Bendy, 394. A little bit awkward up here for Bendy. Oh boy, Bendy. Okay, he's bringing it down. That L to the left going to help. Oh no, that left side for Bendy. Is he going to be able to survive? No, and that is going to be a top out for Bendy on 18 at 406. And that means that Pixel Andy is your winner. Oh my goodness. Had all the, oh my God, crazy, crazy matchup. Bendy just did not enjoy the RNG where it was. And that means that Pixel Andy is going to take his 10th Das Masters title. Bendy gets all the way to the decider of this finals. Not going to be able to take it down. But what a performance from Bendy, and really from both of these players. That is absolutely insane. Holy moly. Bendy played amazing. I mean, honestly, Bendy really put it all together during this tournament in a way that we haven't seen before. 10. 10 for Pixel Andy. Absolutely bonkers. Bendy played amazing, really put it all together again in a way that we really haven't seen throughout this entire tournament. Got all the way to the end. So I don't know. I expect to see, if he plays, I expect to see Bendy here a bunch more times. And I mean, this kid's got to take one down eventually, right? I mean, God, you got to believe the way he was playing today. Absolutely nuts. But congratulations, Pixel Andy. You are the winner 10 times. 10 times. I mean, you're the Corian of DAS, really. I mean, you know, my goodness gracious. Bendy, you played amazing. Congratulations again to you. $10. Yeah, I hope we see Bendy in there again. I mean, this was absolutely nuts. 10 times for this guy right here. 10 times. 10x. Whew. My goodness. What a tournament. I mean, that was absolutely bonkers. Whew. I'm actually not able to do an interview right now because I have something after this, but I will. Andy, do you want to raid and you can talk to the people? I'm not able to do an interview, but if you want to raid, I'm not actually in a position to do it because I have a hard stop, which basically I'm just not able to do it. So yes, I do have to do this because we're time crunched today. So as a family, so. Do you want to raid, Andy? Yeah, all right. You want to raid to your main channel, to your main, right? All right, we'll raid him. We'll wrap up the stream and then we'll raid off to Andy. Andy can talk to the people. Okay. So yeah, we'll wrap up the stream then we'll raid Andy. Thanks to everybody who supported the stream. Appreciate y'all. New followers, Colitis, Jesper, Jet, and Coolin. YouTube subs, J3T. Twitch subs, Summer B, Arbaro, Mexican Runner, Dan V, Pseudo Canard. Twitch bits from Tired. Super chats from Peter, Raid from Mexican Runner, and Burbia. Thank you very much. Let's see. Prize pool. We got to 945.43. Maybe we can get to 1,000 before these VODs are published all the way through. So hopefully that is something that can happen so we can get to pay our top 8. But thank you to everybody who has contributed to the prize pool. That is... oh, where's my thing? Here it is. Yeah, let's go ahead and thank everybody who contributed to the prize pool. Nate, Omenvoir, Enochtronic, Madelsberger, Mustache Cannon, Uncle Ungie, Enochtronic, Russell C, Tired, Mustache Cannon, Nanook, Tizago, Ender, Summer B, McMonkey, Serial Number, Colin, Summer B, Abby, Normal, Ninegaman, Zelizawi, Tizago, Cox, Danny J, Junior, Colin, Serial Number, Nerd the Box, Lee Keel, Zempro, Rogue Potato, Mr. Burrow, Rogue Potato, Serial Number, Jertris, Colin, Bowley, Jindo, Maisie, a bunch of coupons, and then a bunch of 1-cent contributions from Burbia. So thank you, everybody who contributed to the prize pool. Thank you to our patrons, Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, Red Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Cat, Java T, Jason, Sunny, Mila, and everybody else. Appreciate you. And thanks to all the qual checkers, the schedulers, tech team, and all the everybody else, really. Who else? Yeah, is that everybody? Players, viewers. Who else to thank? I don't know. Thanks, Vandy. Appreciate you. Oh my God. Wait. A savior has emerged. My goodness. A savior has emerged. Oh my God. We got two. We got two people. Yo, Mr. Brain and Tired with the same idea. Lock it on prize pools, please. I want to play Taskmaster, says Tired. And Mr. Brain came in. It always happens right at the end. Two people get the same idea and they do it at the same time. And we end up overshooting. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you, everybody, for contributing. We made our goal. We will be paying the top 8. And yeah, it looks like we're going to have to do Taskmasters in August. So that is the thing. So thank you very much, everybody, for doing it. Goats, you got scammed. You did. You got scammed, Tired. I'm sorry. You did. Got him. No. Really, really appreciate it. That is amazing. You were racing to get it in before you ended stream. Oh, you well, should have saved it for next month. Rip. That's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You did you did a good thing. Appreciate you, Tired. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and cut over to Andy. Andy's gonna stream for a bit, maybe some, maybe not 1.4 attempts because he wants to get it. It's like Sharky was like, "Oh, they can't get it before the announcement," except that it is basically announced because there's a live video right there on YouTube. Like there's a stream all set up to go. So it says race to 1.4. To me, that's as good as an announcement in my book. All right. Thank you, everybody. Really, really appreciate you all. You guys are very special, and I appreciate it. So that is going to do it for us. We're going to go ahead and raid our good friend Andy. YouTube, thank you for hanging out. I have to go, but you can talk to Andy on his stream over on Twitch. Steels, Random Titan, Super Kai, Mr. Brain, Dirt Block, Josh, David Chu, all the stars. Fandu Dui Tan, thank you. Take care. We'll see you soon. I don't know when. All right. Bye-bye. All right, Twitch. We'll raid you over to Pixel Andy. Why did they pre-play